Welcome to a year in review for 2018 for FACS NZ. What a massive year it has been. There's quite a few firsts that have occurred, and also there has been a little bit of shift in awareness starting to happen around FACS here in New Zealand. Now, as some of you may be aware, there was a petition that went into the House of Representatives on the 8th of May this year. Now, the petition that went in was requesting an inquiry into how many babies have been harmed since 1966 due to exposure to anti-epileptic medications during pregnancy, how this has occurred, is still occurring, and how to ensure informed consent. So the House of Representatives put it forward to the Health Select Committee. So on the 6th of June this year, FACS NZ put in our written submission to the Health Select Committee. And then on the 26th of September, we had an oral submission to the Health Select Committee. I have to say there were tears being shed on both sides of the table. The Ministry of Health / MedSafe and ACC presented their oral submission on the 17th of October. And then also written submissions have been received to the Health Select Committee from the Royal Australian and New Zealand College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the New Zealand College of Midwives, and Pharmacy Guild. So where we're at the moment is we are actually waiting for the Health Select Committee to advise whether anything is going to be done in this space, whether an inquiry is going to be done or not. What we're hoping is if an inquiry isn't done, then at the very least that our recommendations are being met. That's what we're hoping for. So another thing that happened this year was part of the ACC FACS prevention initiatives, and that was Q&A series for 5 weeks in April and May that were on Facebook, and they were videos of myself presenting question on one day and then the answers on another day. Now this prevention initiative was labelled #JustTheFacts, and it was aimed at females who are on anti-epileptic medications and just things that they should be considering around, it was around contraceptive, around pregnancy, and a whole range of things. What we're really wanting is that these particular females will go to their GP or their specialist, and in consultation with them, with their healthcare professional, be talking about this. Are you taking medicines for epilepsy, mood, or pain? Now, I know it's backwards to you. Please, if you haven't got one of these already, please talk to your GP or your healthcare professional about getting one of these booklets. The healthcare professionals have actually got a booklet they too themselves can have access to. If they haven't got a copy, I will make sure I put a link up and where they can go and where you can go to get a copy of these booklets. Now, a booklet that FACS NZ have launched is called, and it's this year, Care for Babies Exposed to Anti-Epileptic Medications. Now this book was written by FACS NZ and by Dr. Lisa Edmonds, who is a neonatal paediatrician. It is also supported by New Zealand College of Midwives. Now this booklet has come about because you, the consumers, wanted it. Because as far as we know, there's nothing in New Zealand like this. So we decided that you needed it. So if you haven't got a copy of this and would like one, please email denise@facsnz.com and we're more than happy to get a copy to you. Now, we are still working on diagnostic pathways. We know how difficult it is to actually get a diagnosis of FACS or fetal valproate syndrome here in New Zealand. We are trying to make it easier for you and for the healthcare professionals. So FACS NZ has been having meetings with the Ministry of Health in regards to getting a clinical pathway accessible. Now, the conversations are ongoing and we will keep you updated when we have any further information to this. Another thing is for our ACC accepted cases, and the accepted cases have been around sodium valproate exposure during pregnancy. There are now just over 20 cases accepted for this under ACC. The last one that was accepted is quite a sad story in the fact that it took almost 4 years to be accepted. This family went through 2 declined cases. They had 2 reviews, and it was in that second review that it was decided that ACC's decision was quashed, so that means that their decline had to actually become accepted. So this family shouldn't have gone through 4 years of fighting ACC to actually get this case accepted. There are people behind all of these cases, and so that's what needs to be remembered. Now, here in New Zealand, FACS isn't a recognised disability. We're needing that to change, because if you're not under ACC, then you're reliant on being under the Disability Services, which is under the Ministry of Health. Now, with FACS not being a recognised disability, you will not be able to access everything that you need to in regards to your child's needs. This is really concerning for us here in FACS and NZ, and so we are trying to change that. We have already discussed this matter with Honourable Carmel Sepuloni. We have discussed it with the Ministry of Health, and we have been in email correspondence with the New Zealand Office for Disability Issues. We are going to keep these conversations ongoing. This needs to change. You need the support. We know that. There has been education and support that FACS NZ provides in both a formal and particularly informal setting. And so these sessions have been done through Skype, phone calls, in person, to various people, schools, families, paediatrician, you name it, we've sort of done it. And if you're needing some support, please be in contact with us. Again, Denise at facsnz.com. Another thing we did this year, we had our mums retreat. That happened in September, and it was in Dunedin. Natural to say, we had a lot of laughter. When we get together, us mums get together, there is a lot of fun. And, you know, but also these real conversations that may not be able to take place with your family and friends because they don't quite get it. Whereas mums and dads and caregivers who are looking after loved ones who have been affected by FACS, they get it. You just almost don't have to explain it. You say, oh, you know, this is going on there. Everyone's like, yep, yeah, I get that. And so there's this sense of belonging. Hence why I always talk about the FACS family. Now, there's also the conference that is coming up next year on the 24th and 25th of January. It's called Meeting of the Minds. It's so exciting because this is the first time this has occurred in Australasia. Let me say, first of its kind in Australasia. So exciting. It's happening because here at FACS NZ, we want as much input and find everyone's voice is valid and needs to be shared. So we've got healthcare professionals speaking, we've got advocates from the UK speaking, we've got researchers speaking, and we have families speaking, including youth themselves speaking. If you're wanting to find out more information about our fantastic FACS Meeting of the Mind conference, please email events@facsnz.com. It's just going to be fantastic. And the last thing is we have got another prevention initiative that is going to be launched next year. I can't say too much about this, but what I can say is there's 6 words that remind me about this prevention initiative or come to mind when I think about it. Powerful, empowering, emotional, real, honest, reflective. And for those who have participated in this particular prevention initiative, I wish to say thank you so much for doing so. I know it was difficult, but it is going to be worth it. So on that note, I would love to say have happy holidays, everyone. We look forward to hearing from you. Some of you will be seeing in person at the conference next year, and be safe. Kia kaha.